Boom! What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I am bringing you the all-new 2025 AMG CLA 45s. So a little bit about the CLA real quick, and we'll jump into this bad boy. CLA got introduced around mid-2015, just somewhere in there. You always had the 35 and the 45. This year they added the S, and I'll tell you why it's now an S here in just a little bit, okay? So this vehicle got a refresh on the front, redesigned interior, upgraded NTG7, which is basically the newest iOS, quote unquote, for Mercedes-Benz. And of course it got the S badge. One thing I want to start off here on the front, let's start off with this little highlight, the Alfalterbach badge. So Alfalterbach is actually where AMG engines are handcrafted. And what's cool about this car, this is a handcrafted engine. So this is an AMG handcrafted 2.0 liter inline 4 that puts out 416 horsepower and 369 horsepower. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. I'm going to pop the hood here, but I wanted to point out new daytime running lights. The vertical lamella grille, that's how you know it's a 45. Of course, you got AMG badging there. You got big air intake. Open here, not open there, because it is a single turbo on this guy. Of course, big Mercedes-Benz symbol. Can't go wrong there. Daytime running lights are actually really nice. Let me see if I can get them to turn on. Let me lock it and unlock it. There we go. Look at those daytime running lights. They look good. Not too different, but just a little bit. Now let's pop the hood. I pre-popped it, so I'm not over here struggling. And again, I'm still struggling. There we go. Boom. Nice hydraulic lift there. So, one man, one engine. Okay, if you're familiar with AMGs, one man, one engine is done usually on 63s on the bi-turbo V8s. On this being the entry, biggest, baddest AMG that you can get, they adopted that same culture. So you'll see handcrafted by Stanley Durechniski. Probably butchered that. It's probably not how you say that name, but we'll zoom in there. Tell me how to say that in the comments if you know. Of course, you'll see you got your little AMG strut bar across there for stability. But yeah, I'm not going to try explaining what's going on here because I will not know what's going on. So I just want to show you that one man, one engine culture moves on to the 45S. It did have it last year. Like I said, this does put out 416. Why this is big? Previous gen 24 model or 23 model put out 382. So big uptick in horsepower from that 382 to 416. Again, like I said, it is a single turbo. This one does have the 4MATIC Plus, which we'll move on to the side now. So let's slam that on up. Move on to the side. This is the 19-inch twin spoke, AMG twin spoke, finished in matte black. This actually is a new wheel for the CLA 45S. You got pitted drilled calipers there. Of course, they're not carbon or anything. Big old brake calipers finished in red. Along the side here, you're going to see turbo 4MATIC. 4MATIC Plus, basically this vehicle has two things. It has race start, which is launch control. Number two, you can actually send power to the rear wheels and drift this thing. So let's take a little cruise on. These are Continental Sport contacts. They're 255/35 and they're 19 inches on front and back. They're not staggered in any way. It's both same size. Going on to the back here, dual exhaust out the back, or quad exhaust out the back, I should say. If you want to open up the trunk, push in the little Mercedes-Benz emblem, and then you got your trunk space. Pretty good trunk space. Seats do drop 40-20-40. You got a first aid kit, which is an option, wheel locks, which is an option, and then AMG mats in there. This does have the hands-free to open, not to close. If you scan the QR code, it will give you a tutorial video on how to do so. Let's go ahead and close that bad boy up. All right, so that is the rear end. There's that S badge. So first time I took on the moniker of S. I was really excited. I was actually pumped to drive this car, and it definitely is pretty fun. So you'll see AMG CLA 45s there. Let me do the unlock thing here so we can see those real tail lights there, looking real nice. Okay, really good body line. Tank is on the driver's side, just to show you that real quick. Boom, just a push, release. You got your tire pressure, all that stuff in there. It is premium fuel as well if you want to get the best performance out of this car. You do have blind spot as well on both sides. So this is finished in the AMG Night package. There is an AMG Night Plus package which gives you more black, which gives you blacked out emblems essentially. So pretty looking car. Now let's just take a step back, look at this thing for a little bit here. It's nice. So now let's do this. Let's jump on the inside and I'll show you the seats, the new infotainment system. We won't spend too much time going through everything, but I'll show you the new steering wheel with the AMG drive unit and a couple other things before I run out of daylight. So let's go and tackle this bad boy. See you on the inside. All right, so we have arrived on the interior here. We won't go over every single button, just kind of wanted to show you first and foremost. Look at this. Look at this. I'm a sucker for red interior. I really love red interior. Always wanted a vehicle with red interior. I did have a CLA45 for a while. I love that thing. Fortunately, it was not a 45, but I wish it was. But this is the AMG red here, two-tone, nice looking seats there. You got white stitching as well. Carries on over to the door. Nice polished aluminum AMG finish here. Heated seats, memory seats, 3 different positions, lock and unlock. You have power folding mirrors that save with your memory. Manual or automatic trunk release, but it is a manual shut, and this one is equipped with the Burmester sound system. So without further ado, let me jump into the car. Door sounds nice and solid. One thing about AMGs, if you don't know this, so of course when you turn on the car, it'll rev up, 2,000 RPMs or so. If I put my foot on the brake, pull in on the left paddle shifter, I can actually start the car and it will rev up to about 4,000. So I'm gonna try to do that. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna move you guys over here real quick. So it goes up to about 3 or 4. Sorry about the weird camera angle there. But AMG drive unit, boom. I love this. I had it on my CLA45. CLA45 is another variant of the CLA AMG family. It's the true entry-level AMG. So if you're looking to get into an AMG, 35s are definitely the way to go. They're going to put out low 3s, 305, 295 pound-foot of torque. They're still fun, sound great, drive great. I love mine. They did have a race start as well, which is pretty cool. So drive unit, I won't spend so much time. I have a video on how to use your Mercedes-Benz stereo. I just want to show you this. So right side, I can change my drive mode and it will change. Focus in on that. All the way up to race. And on the 45S with 4MATIC Plus, you do get race, which is freaking tight. I love race mode on this guy. You'll notice it also says AMG Dynamics Pro to Master, which is pretty cool. So what AMG Dynamics do, basically, it's like when you go bowling and, as a kid, you got the little guardrails up, so you're always hitting the pins. So these vehicles have stability controls, traction control, all that stuff that's constantly helping you, especially when driving in like high intense driving environments. When you turn into Pro or Master, it basically lowers those guardrails for you. So it really allows you to drive the vehicle. In order to get into Master, you do actually have to turn off traction control, and then it will move on over to Master. Okay. So in here, you can go to manual, all that stuff, but we don't want to do it here. We want to feel like we're driving an F1 car here with our AMG drive unit. So I'm going to zoom in on this, see if it focuses in. Boom. So you'll see your dynamics there. If I actually push the screen, it changes what is programmed to the drive unit. So I got exhaust, manual drive mode, auto start stop off and on, AMG dynamics bottom. I have traction, exhaust, basically the same things. So you have a little lip right here. That lip will actually activate and change whatever you have selected on the screen. And then like I mentioned on this side, you have the little sport, little race flag there letting you know you're in race mode. What's really cool, if I turn this car off, open the door. Sorry if it's a little dark, I'm running out of daylight here, and I turn it on. Actually does a little light show within the drive unit there. So that's super cool. So you could change it, basically just changes the driving dynamics, different suspension, different exhaust, performance, and overall those dynamics will lower those guardrails for you. Of course, you have ambient lighting throughout the cabin. Sorry, my camera works terrible. You have all your ambient lighting. You do have the AMG trim. This is an option. Ambient lighting in the vents. When you raise the heater, it turns red. When you go blue, when you go cool, it goes blue. But one big thing that you may notice on the inside, we'll start wrapping up this video. This is just a little phone holder. So before, previous gen had the touchpad. So no touchpad. Touchpad went bye-bye. You have volume knob now, dynamic drive mode, which you don't need because you have the drive unit, and then your camera system. Camera system is updated. This just has the traditional backup camera, but you can get a 360 camera where you can swipe and kind of change the camera angles. You do have a parking assistance as well, which will help you change, will actually help you park your car in a perpendicular or parallel parking. So sorry if I can't talk. Words are challenging today. I've been at work all day, but we are bringing this to you before we run out of daylight. So look at that beautiful trim there. We'll just take a minute to look at that. Super, super nice. I like the 45s. It sounds great. I'll give you a little rev here. Sounds great. You probably can't hear it too much on the inside, but I just turned it on, so I don't want to, do a cold start and then start immediately revving it. So wireless charging pad down there. I forgot to mention that. But really, this is the big update, and then NTG7. So this is the same one that if you saw my G-Wagon video, same technology in the G-Wagon. Now as this, I can change my view here. I can go to Super Sport, Sport, or Track Pace. Track Pace is actually pretty epic. I had an opportunity to use Track Pace. So if we go here to Track Pace, this has every track in the world, in the country, I would say. Some tracks aren't on there. Like we were at Barber Motorsports. Barber Motorsports was not in here, but you can actually do a drag race. You can do telemetry. And what's really cool, anybody who plays Gran Turismo, if you start a track in here, you can start a lap, and then after you run through that lap and it hits that start point, it will actually show you a ghost car here on the screen with your front camera, if the vehicle is equipped with the front camera, that is. And it will tell you if you're with green or red, if you're ahead of your ghost car or behind your ghost car, which is really, really cool. And you have all the different tracks in here: Circuit of the Americas, Laguna Seca, Nürburgring. So a lot of cool stuff in there. One other Easter egg here, I did a short on this from when I first joined up on YouTube. If I hit AMG Performance, I could see what my 4MATIC's doing. I can hit engine horsepower, torque, all that good stuff. But one of my favorite things, if you're a watch guy, you know what IWC is. So obviously they're big partners with Mercedes-Benz. Click IWC and you get this animation. Pretty cool. If I click up here, I can actually click it like a little stopwatch, which is pretty tight. Consumption, we won't even look at that. But yeah, this is pretty dope. You can do a little start stop timer, but that's your 45s. I had to make this one a little bit shorter. It's probably still running around 15 minutes or so, but yeah, I'm running out of light here. So without further ado, that is your 45s. A lot of fun stuff. Big horsepower jumps, fun car, sounds great, drives great, and very, very cool car. So I'm a big fan of it. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, a comment, and please excuse my terrible camera work and me not being able to form a sentence. But thank you guys again for watching. If you haven't watched my 911 video, I'll have that at the end along with my Macan Turbo, and I also have my G-Wagon walk around. I got more coming. I got S63E Performance, hopefully GLC 63E Performance as well. But please like, subscribe, and comment for more, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.